Hello lovelies, welcome to the channel. New Project Life video for you today, and once again, full disclosure, it's half a Project Life video. This is the follow-up, or the other half, to my week 3 that I posted last week. I know I promised to get this up last week, but it didn't happen. So I finally got it finished, and this is the follow-up. So this is basically the right-hand side of the spread. I have a 12 by 12 pocket page album, and I use Design A protectors from the Project Life range, and so I have two 12 by 12 spreads, and I always start with my title page side, which is the left hand, and then I do the right hand side. I always find the right hand side gets put together a lot faster than the left, because by then I've got my embellishments out, I've got my supplies, and I have a good little flow happening, and yeah. So this card that I'm working on now turns out to be my absolute most favourite card I've ever done for Project Life. So it is in a 4x6 slot, but the photo I had, this was my baby niece's announcement picture that my sister sent, and it wasn't a 3x4 size. I had to trim it down to get all the little measurements and things in, and it gave me a smaller picture to work with, which I thought would be cool, because then I could put it on a 4x6, embellish it a bit, and, you know, put some journaling on it. So that's what I did, and I love the way this turned out. So on the left hand side, when I started this page, I was using the cards from a Flutter by Design set, as well as the wood veneer. I still had all of that on my desk, but I had also received my February Kitaholics kit, and it's just so beautiful and so pretty, and I'd finished this page after I had just done 3 layouts using the kit already. So I had all the bits and pieces there, and it was just perfect for a newborn photo announcement. So I found myself diving into those supplies as well. And if you notice, I'll link to the first video for the first half of this. I'll put the link in the description below in case you missed it. But yeah, in that side, it's I try and do my Project Life chronologically, and I don't mean weekly. I mean when I set up my weekly spread, starting from my title card, I'll put most of the photos in order, sort of from the beginning of the week to the end of the week. So on the left hand side will be Monday. I go Monday to Sunday, so Monday, Tuesday. And if there's things that we do, a few photos from the same event, I'll put them in the same area, add my journaling cards. So on the left-hand side was all pictures of my boys. And then on this side is where the pictures of Luna's birth are. Well, Luna, her first day. Because she was born on a Thursday, so it was later in the week. So this is the girly side of the layout, I guess we can say. So I've got my picture here of her birth announcement, and then there's a picture of me giving her my first cuddle that we got that early hours of the Friday morning she was born. She was born at 11:58 on Thursday night. So she was 2 minutes in. So by the time we got cuddles, it was almost 3 a.m. on the Friday morning. So yeah. And then this is the picture of, next to that is a picture of my boys meeting her for the first time. So all down the bottom are all pictures of her birth. And so they're all 3x4 pictures that I've put together. So yeah, this is what I'm calling the girly side, and this is where I'm using the bits and pieces from the Kitaholic kit, because it was all based on the Cocoa Vanilla More Than Words collection, which was just beautiful and pinky and peachy and florally, and it was just perfect. But as you can see up here, next to all the soccer photos, I've gone back to those cards and embellishments from the Flutter by Designs collections that I was using on the first side. So I'm still using the same embellishments and things, but I've also added a few extra ones just to go with those pretty baby pictures. I've said it before, probably in every Project Life video I've done, but if you're new to the channel, my favourite way to include journaling is to cut up little strips of paper or cardstock or whatever I have on my desk. These pieces here are actually the branding strip off some plain cardstock that I had, so that worked out well. And then I just glue them down to either my photo or my journaling card, and then I journal straight onto those. So I like to include the story behind all these photos. Like this picture up the top with my son, you have no clue what's going on. And in 10 years' time, I want to remember that he was annoying his dad, trying to wake him up, and he had a dice from a board game that we have and was just putting it on his head and then trying to wake him up and just annoying him. And I want to remember that in 10 years. So I add my journaling straight to my photos. So I'll cut some strips of paper, stick them down to my photo in one way or another, and then I'll journal on it so I have the story behind my photos. And that's really important to me, and for my boys when they're older, when they look through these albums, I want them to be able to read these things that they did, you know, all about the funny things that they did throughout the day. Like this journaling card here, I was writing the 2 photos next to it about Will has decided to do soccer this year. Now, Will is obsessed with soccer, but this is his first time playing it. And we went to Rebel Sport and he got new soccer boots and some goalie gloves. And then, of course, while Cooper was at vacation care the next day, we had to go to the park and test them all out. And, you know, that was just a great holiday activity for him. That's what he wanted to do. And, you know, if he decides to keep playing soccer when he's older, and he can look back and realise that when he was 5, he was just as obsessed. So it's very important for me to include all of these stories. So the last few things I'm going to do is I'm just going to add the journaling to a few more of these photos. I think only 2 more. And then that's pretty much it for my spread. So I'm really enjoying getting back into Project Life. For a while there, I was feeling a little uninspired and just really struggling with it. But I think doing it and staying up to date makes it much more enjoyable. I know that all of these stories are fresh in my head, and when I take the photos, I get excited to scrapbook them. So knowing that I'm not going to put it off for months down the track, and knowing that I can get it done right away, I think is really helping. So due to the fact that this video is very late, I will have another Project Life video up this weekend, fingers crossed. And yeah, because I do really want to stay up to date. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the rest of this video, and if you haven't checked out the first half, go have a look. I'll put the link down below. Thanks for watching. I'll be back real soon. Bye.